gasoline I smell?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you are doing amazing as always, and it's me, Joe, as always. And today, guys, I want to talk about Halloween Ends, and from the title of this video, yeah, why Halloween Ends doesn't work. Now, you might be like, but Joe, you said that the movie is just fine and that you kind of enjoyed the new things in the movie and stuff like that. Yeah, I did, but the problem of this movie is, and I said this in my review, that the biggest problem of this movie is that it doesn't feel like a final chapter of this new trilogy. And I stand by that, alright? I do like this movie in a way. I really do appreciate that David Gordon Green tried to do something different, something fresh, something that we haven't seen before in a Halloween franchise. I really do like that aspect of the movie. But when I was watching the movie, I kept saying to myself, like, why? Why would this be the final plot of your final movie? You know what I mean? Because the plot of this movie doesn't feel like a plot of a final movie in a trilogy. You know, it just doesn't. And that's why Halloween Ends doesn't work as a trilogy, you know, or in that new trilogy. You know what I mean? Like, if Halloween Ends was like a standalone movie with nothing attached to it, and it was just like a standalone movie or just some random sequel, I'd be like, you know what, fine, it's good, it's all good, I don't care. But because this movie is not just a sequel to the original or to 2018, this movie is the ending of this new trilogy. And as that, it just doesn't work, you know? And yeah, you could say, oh, but this movie has like a definitive ending. And yeah, you would be right. This movie has like a definitive ending that ends this movie, you know, that ends this new trilogy. But the problem is that happens in like the last 20 minutes, essentially. The most of this movie just doesn't feel like a final chapter. And again, I really do appreciate a lot of stuff about Halloween Ends. I appreciate the music, the atmosphere, the weirdness of this movie. I appreciate that a lot. I really do love that David Gordon Green tried to do something different here. I really do appreciate that fact. You know, this isn't just like a straight up Halloween movie where you have Michael killing people on Halloween night. You know, this is different, this is unique. And I like that, but the problem is when you're watching the movie and you're like, oh, I like this, oh, this is cool, oh, they're doing this. But then you remember, oh, this is the final movie, oh shit, why are we spending time with this character when you have like Laurie and Michael? And again, I don't want to be spoiling the movie or anything, I'm just saying, you know, it's just like, that's why the movie doesn't really work, you know, as a final chapter, it just doesn't work, you know. And again, I like the movie, I think it's okay, it's not perfect by any means, and I can talk about how certain plot points do not make sense, or how, some characters are not really behaving in a way they should or something like that. I can talk about this all day, alright? But my biggest issue with Halloween Ends is that it doesn't feel like a final chapter of this new trilogy. Halloween 2018 feels honestly like the best final movie. And to be honest, even Halloween Kills feels much more like a final movie than this does. This almost feels like a spin-off in a way. And again, it's really hard, and I have this frustration because I don't know how to rate this movie. Because if this was just like a regular spin-off or just some random Halloween movie, I would give it like a 6, like a solid 6. For me, Halloween Kills is like a 5 out of 10, and Halloween 2018 is like an 8 out of 10. At least for me. If you like Halloween Kills more, that's great. But for me, that's the ranking. And I just like, but I just cannot give it a 6 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because this is the final, this is supposed to be the final chapter, and that's why I'm so frustrated with Halloween Ends. Because it doesn't feel like a final chapter. And it's so weird, because like I was either expecting a really bad movie or a really good one, and I got an okay movie, but the problem is that it doesn't feel like the final chapter, you know? It's weird, and I want to know your thoughts if you've seen the movie. Do you think that this feels like a final chapter, like the final conclusion? Yeah, because obviously this movie has a final conclusion. This movie has like a proper ending to it. Yeah, it does, but the problem is that it doesn't feel like it has like um a final movie feel for the most parts. It just doesn't have that. So let me know your thoughts about this down below if you've seen the movie. And again, this is sort of just my frustration with the movie because it's really hard to rank this. Like, should I give it a 6? Should I give it a 4? You know, out of 10? I don't know. Because, like, this is just my biggest problem with the movie, and I know that some people are talking about the plot and about some issues with that. Again, I'm able to forgive that because the movie tries to do something different and I enjoyed that. But the problem is that this just doesn't feel like the final chapter. That's my biggest issue with Halloween Ends. Yeah, so guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm just so frustrated with Halloween Ends, to be honest, because I'm gonna be rewatching this movie quite a lot, to be honest, because I love the atmosphere. I love how dark and just folly it feels. That's amazing. But as a final chapter, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't really work, you know? Anyway, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next one, guys. Take care as always, and bye.